Manchester United vs Fulham FC 26th of the 3rd 2012 SelMcKenzie Selzer-McKenzie. Author D.Selzer-McKenzie. My tip: win for Manchester. This is one of the duels in which two teams meet with completely different ambitions. Manchester United needs points to remain on the leading position of the Premier League, while the guests from London are staying after 2 defeats and consequence in the lower part of the table, and to be more precise on the 12th position in the league, but with solid 13 points in the lead on the danger area. ManU has 5-0, the beginning credited 7 home wins, while they have taken the opponent apart really in the first leg in the Craven Cottage stadium. In consequence against Fulham, 26th of the 3rd 2012, 21. The charges of the coach Ferguson have triumphed in the guest performance against Wolverhampton in front of this season finish, so that all this only proves very importantly that they are in a very good form, and this is identical with it. The current English master has proved in the duel against the Wolves that the 2 defeat no one is true measure of its value in the Europa League against Athletic Bilbao, and the theories which has that the old fox has sacrificed this competition consciously meant therefore win still more to meaning to be able to devote oneself to the Premier League at most. After a long time, talk Devils the leading position in the Premier League taken, and to be more precise with a point in the lead on the town rival city centre, so that they may not permit themselves any broader slips in the other 9 rounds just after this return match, and Bilbao have this one. At the end of the season, it expects a away game in the Etihad stadium where final decision could very easily fall over the English master, but only under the conditions that they carry on with the good games. We expect Ferguson just against Fulham, perhaps even with the same crew as in the duel against Fulham, to accumulate with the strongest crew, particularly since the tactics to have Welbeck played on the left side of the midfield have proved as a bull's eye. Rooney and Hernandez play quite in front. The injured players Vidic, Fletcher and Owen will be cancelled. Expected list: United: Deji, Raphael, Ferdinand, Evans, Evra, Valencia, Carrick, Scholes, Welbeck, Hernandez, Rooney. The team has collected just as many defeats from Fulham in the last 2 rounds, through which its very good series was completed of 3 victories in consequence, unlike United. At present, they are in the lower table part again. They have a solid punt sprung on the teams from the danger area so that they can play a little more calmly in the season finish, but this does, when it collects a 3-0 defeat against Swansea city centre, not mean that they shall be indolent completely like 7 days ago have, though. After this duel, coach John had very acidically primarily on his defence row, which has been very unsafe, so that he has announced some changes. A similar situation also is in the attack. Many think that in the duel too many offensively oriented players have proceeded against Swansea. This time, only the new entry Pogrebniak and Ruiz shall proceed at the spearhead, while Dempsey and Dumbell will get a little more defensive tasks, exactly like the again recovered Duff and Murphy who started the last match from the bench. A much better game of the defence row is expected. The defenders sending Eros has primarily recovered after that. The injured players Griffer and Sidwell will be cancelled. Expected list: Fulham: Black, Kelly, Hangeland, sending Eros, Ruiz, Duff, Murphy, Dumbell, Dempsey, Pogrebniak, Ruiz. The absolute favourite is naturally in this duel ManU, primarily after the excellent game against the Wolves the last day, but we expect the traditionally offensive guests to hand in a solid game from London, and perhaps even to want to come to the hit. Therefore we can expect an extremely efficient game.